What's up, guys? It's a blow day today. Can't get on the water, so we're back at HQ doing some re-rigging and all of that. And I thought I'd take a moment here to talk about J-plugs. And specifically in this video, we're going to talk about how to set up a system that allows you to change these baits out really quickly and efficiently as possible. Let me walk you through what I'm talking about here. So here I have a Silverhorde plug, and what we're going to do here is show you how this works. If you don't know this already, it's maybe basic 101 stuff, but just bear with me here. They come with a hook harness like this. There's a bead chain here, and you've got the hook, you've got the Dacron there that connects it to, and you feed the bead chain through the bottom, through, and what's always recommended is to tie your line directly to the hook harness here. And that allows the plug to slide up and down that line so it gets out of the way of the fish, so then the fish just has the hooks in it. It can't leverage the weight of the plug on there. Plus, if it breaks off, the line snaps, these plugs will float to the surface, so there's a slight chance you can recover it depending on the weather conditions and all of that. So those are like the reasons why you want to tie directly to the harness. But that is also what poses kind of like this, I would say, a problem to some. Maybe it is for me. If you're somebody that likes to run plugs and you like to change them out quickly and change them out a lot to see what they want, you're running into the issue of having to constantly cut line, pull another one on, retie, and do all that whole process. And so I wanted to find a solution to make this a lot quicker. And so kind of like version one of my idea here was to then take a segment of line, all right, tie the plug to it, and this is about 10 inches, maybe under 12, so we'll say 10 inches or so of line tied directly to the plug, and then put a good quality snap on the other end of this. And then what I would do is from my main line, I would have another snap at the end of it and just put the snaps together, and I would run it like this. And this kind of worked for a while. It's been working. You know, the problem for me though is that then when I go to put these plugs in the box, I have to take this line, wrap it around itself, put it in the box, and then inevitably the line unwinds off of the body, and then there's just like this bird's nest of line in the tackle box. And so I've been wondering, like, okay, what can I do to improve this setup? Because I want the plug to be able to just, you know, go up and down the line freely, but I want to be able to change these baits out pretty quickly. So let me show you what I've come up with here. I haven't seen this anywhere else. I'm also not claiming to be like this inventor of this. It's just something that came to my mind. I was like, oh, this might be the solution. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take some 30-pound line, some fluorocarbon here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take like an arm's length from my shoulder to my tip of my finger. Looks about good. And we're going to cut this segment off. And then I'm going to take one of these hook harnesses that I have here that are for these plugs, and we're going to tie directly to it. What I'm going to make sure I do here is I'm going to actually get fairly close to the knot when I cut this tag line off here. I'll explain why in a second. A lot closer than I normally would. So make sure that knot is really on there good. Once you cut that tag line off, you're not going to be able to tighten it up anymore. So we'll go ahead and trim that down pretty good. A lot lower than I normally would on most of my other knots. All right, now we've got this far. We've got the hook harness on here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do what we would do for a fly. We're going to go ahead and just do an overhand loop knot. Unlike a fly, I don't care if the length of these match necessarily. You know, I want to get in the ballpark here, but not worried about that. So we're going to do an overhand loop knot right here. Going to push the knot down so that there's a little bit of a hoop, not a huge one. And we're going to cinch that down. And at this point, I think you should probably see where I'm going at with this. All right. So now we've got that knot. We're going to trim this down again. Now we're done. What we've just created here is a quick change system for our plugs. Let me show you. So let's say I want to start the day and I want to go with my Silverhorde Black Lightning. Great color, works well. And we're going to go ahead and shoot the loop through the top, and look at that. slid all the way down to the bottom. Remember I said you want to trim down the tag line on the knot on the bead chain here in the hook harness so that it flows through the body easily. If you have too much of a tag line there, it will kind of get caught and jam up right there, and it'll stop itself from going up the line. So trim it down as low as you can get it so that the hook harness flows through the body of the plug freely, just like this. So now I'll take this end, the loop end. I have a snap, I have a dedicated plug rod, and that I have a good quality snap at the end of my main line, and we're just gonna put on the snap like we would a fly on a Dodger or a Flasher or whatever. We'll clip it on there, put it out, and we'll fish it. Now let's say 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, nothing's hitting on the Black Lightning. Okay, cool, guess what? Reel in the rod, unhook it from the main line. Now we've got this standing by itself. And all I'm gonna do is quickly do this. And oh, you know what? There we go. Let's try our pearl, mother of pearl Wonder Bread. Now what we're gonna do is grab it, shoot this through. It's on, hook it onto your main line and fish it. Do you see how fast that was? You know, you're not having to cut and retie lines. This already has been a tremendous, you know, improvement in my plug fishing and being able to change out these baits very, very quickly to get through them without having to do all that extra work. And the plus side of this too is that now in my plug box, I'm not having to have all this line birds nesting in there because I have to keep the line, you know, this wrapped around the body of the plug. So once you tie yourself a couple of these hook harness leads, you can get yourself something like a pool noodle if you want, or what I have here, which I like a lot, is a Fish Aim Products kind of a leader fly board. It's a soft foam that allows you to go ahead and put in your hooks. So we'll put it right here, and there's like these little slots in it that allow you to jam the line in there. And we're just gonna go up through a couple of times until the leader's in there, and done. So you can get one board of these and fill up with whatever you want. You can put all your hook harnesses on here. You can put some of your flies on here. Come in different sizes. This is a smaller one. It's what I need just for this. But now you have quick access to your hook harnesses to switch them out. You break one off or whatever the case may be. You're ready to go with your fishing. And if you're interested in this one, I'll link to it down below in the description for you to check it out. This has, again, really been a big improvement for me and a big quality of life. And specifically, when we talk about salmon fishing, what I tell people a lot of times is that your success rate, there's a direct correlation between being your level of efficiency in your kayak or for a boat for that matter. Doesn't really matter in this regard here, but that level of efficiency that you have in whatever vessel you're fishing in directly translates into your success rate. The better and more efficient you are and you're running your setups and how you're going about doing things and selecting your lures, having a game plan, it's going to lead to a better, more successful trips. And this is just another demonstration of that I wanted to share with you for those that like to run plugs like myself. If you haven't been running plugs, you should. I already had a couple of videos where I've demonstrated that these plugs, specifically I've been running some of the Silver Horde plugs right now, have been doing great on the 3-color lead core. Now these fish are sliding deeper in the water, starting to run them off SWRs, maybe start running them off of longer leads like 7 colors or so. You kind of get the point here. This little hook harness, like a fly hook harness, if you will, because the concept came to me when I was looking at my flies. I was like, well, wait, these slide right over. Why don't I just make something that's like a fly lead and then just put my plugs on it? And here we are with this. Again, I'm not saying I'm this crazy inventor. Perhaps somebody has already done this. I just never seen it before, and I did it, and I had to share it with you in this video. For those of you that are like me that enjoy, fishing plugs, you can just grab them as you go, quickly drop it, exchange a new one on there, get it out in the water, and start fishing right away. So hopefully this tip helped you out. If it did, consider liking, subscribing to the channel for more. Check out the Patreon for other ways to support me while getting some really cool perks. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care.